What is up guys, Zach here from the Chaos Galaxy, and today I'm doing the final planet profile for set 3, which should be released very soon. And this is the no planet profile, for set 3's no planet cards, of which there are a few, probably enough for the no planet cards to make up their own galaxy almost. Quick explanation of no planet cards. No planet cards have no planet. They have no overall strategy. However, because they have no planet and no overall strategy, their stats tend to be slightly higher than creatures from planets. So for example, a 3-star creature would normally have about 150 power and health, whereas Astral Traveller here, the first no planet creature in the game, has 170 power and health. So slightly boosted, giving them that kind of advantage over planeted cards. The second support card is kind of a support card. It was released in set 1 before there were actually any no planet creatures, and it's Icaretta, which says the attached creature becomes a no planet creature, which has a bit more application and use now that set 3 is going to be released soon. We then have Infinite, the really rare from set 2, the leader of the Knights, absolute fan favourite card and very powerful creature. And then of course the most powerful creature in the game, Omnius the Planet Abomination. No planet because he's a planet himself, and he's the strongest creature in the game, who just recently got limited to 1 on the ban list, which is unfortunate, but Omnius is now half banned. So there are all the cards so far, and I'll get on to the set 3 cards. So the first creature we have, we've seen these guys pop up in set 1 and 2. We've got regular Boggy Booger in set 1, Pointy Boggy Booger in set 2, and Lost Boggy Booger in set 3. He's a Boggy Booger from the planet Sindian, who wandered into space accidentally between the 2 planets Sindian and Sindel, got lost halfway in between, and now his spirit's kind of being corrupted and he's turning into a Pointy Boggy Booger. Because Boggy Boogers are just born as like neutral creatures, and then depending on which side of Sindius they go to, they either become regular or pointy. And Lost Boggy Booger's stuck in the middle, although it's given him quite a considerable stat boost. He's got 30 power, 3 stars and 280 health, which is the highest of any 3-star or lower creature in the game. That would be ridiculously strong for a 4-star creature even. And yeah, I think Lost Boggy Booger should be a good no planet card in future. And there will be more Boggy Booger cards to come in future, not in set 3 but at some point. Next up we have what I think is a very good card in set 3. If you went on my Instagram a couple of days ago, you will have seen him. He is Point Phantom. Who's a 5-star rare no planet creature in set 3. He's got 190 power and 200 health. Pretty creepy. He's kind of like a shadow spirit made out of points, and his ability reads, this creature can attack your opponent's planet even if your opponent has zoned creatures. So he's like a phantom that kind of goes through your opponent's creatures and gets you points directly. And I think this card is good. First of all, 190 power means he gets you 2 points straight away. Give him any kind of boost from something, say like a Galactibo, if you're pushing for like one big final, like 3 or 4 points at the end. Point Phantom's going to be really good. I also think he'll have some application. I think he'll also have some use. When set 3 is released, there's going to be the ability to make a deck based around gaining points through abilities and not through attacking. So Point Phantom could really help them out. And yeah, overall I think it's a good card that can be kind of manipulated, and if his power is boosted he can become really dangerous. So hoping to see Point Phantom do some new things in the meta. The next and final creature, or creatures, in set 3 for the no planet cards, part of a combiner creature, and they are called the Horde from who knows where. And they're this army of weird like space tribal creatures. No one has any idea where they came from in the galaxy. They're not allocated to a planet and they just go around raiding spaceships, almost like space pirates. But yeah, they have the Horde from who knows where. They're made up of the left flank and the right flank. They've got 300 power and health, so all round pretty standard cards, and their ability reads, I'll go through it card by card. When this combiner creature is killed, free play the 2 combiner cards as individual creature cards to creature zones on your planet. They both have 3 stars with 150 power and health, and the planet becomes the same as your planet card. So if you're using Shios, for example, your opponent has an Omnius, they kill your Horde from who knows where, they die, the Horde splits up, separates into groups, they become 2 separate creatures which your opponent now has to wait to kill again, and they become creatures from the planet you're using. So I think this would be really good with the planet Sindian, for example, because Sindian revolves around having a lot of weak creatures and using numbers to overpower your opponent. So you could do something like have your Horde from who knows where die, They come back as 2 individual creatures, and then you use some kind of ability to like sacrifice one of them and just make the most out of having these 2 weak cards there. So I think that's going to be quite a good card. Not too overpowered, but I think a pretty strong combiner card overall. So that's Horde from who knows where. Also, I like the concept of having, although they're just like 1 combiner creature, it's like a whole army of like 8 different guys. Now onto the resource cards. There is 1 support card for the no planet creatures which kind of makes them able to be used as a deck in themselves, and that card is Meteor Stop Off. As you can see, it's kind of like a planet just on a meteor, which is like a spaceport where ships kind of fly in and out of, and there's a little like gas station and some settlements there. And Meteor Stop Off is a permanent resource which is a rare in set 3, and it reads: all zoned no planet creatures gain 50 health. So straight away, pretty good if you're using a no planet deck. Whilst there is a zoned no planet creature on either planet, neither player can use their planet card's ability. So this can effectively lock your opponent out of using their strategy. If you've got an Omnius and you play Meteor Stop Off and your opponent's using Barrow or something, the main way your opponent's going to want to get around your creatures is by using Barrow's planet ability to kind of switch power and health and attack. If you play Meteor Stop Off, then play an Omnius, Omnius's health goes up to 550, and your opponent can't use their planet ability to get around it. So I think these 2 guys as a combo are going to be nearly unstoppable. Obviously there are other ways around it, but I think Meteor Stop Off is going to be a strong card in set 3 and kind of puts no planet creatures on the map and would make a cool addition for a deck idea for these cards. Next up, a few more generic cards. I'm not going to show you all the rest of the cards in set 3 in this video. After this, I think I've still got about 5 more cards, including the ridiculously rare resource attachment or activator card. So I'm excited to show you guys that. But the next card we have is Card Consuming Cosmic Creator. He's kind of a distant relative of the Conjurer cards, and his ability reads: kill one of your handed cards and gain 6 stars. Quite simple. I just wanted to add a few more ways of getting stars quickly into your game. This could have a really good application with something like if you're using the planet Gaios, for example, with Galaxy Rock. Galaxy Rock obviously has 6 stars, so it can be, so if you're on 0 stars, play Card Consuming Cosmic Creator, get 6 stars, you can go first turn Galaxy Rock, which would be pretty cool. Also, because the planet Gaios uses a lot of stars, if you're using the ability of the planet Gaios, you'd have to pay 6 stars and kill another 6 star to then get your Galaxy Rock to your hand in the first place. So Card Consuming Creator will be a pretty good card. The next card we have, I'm very excited about this one. It's called Dark Space Eater. And it's a regular resource card which is quite long-winded, so bear with me. I'll give an example as we read through. So kill 1 card from your galaxy face down. So you take a card from your galaxy, look at it, let's say it's a Pelfan for example, and then you add it to your killed cards face down so your opponent can't see it. And then, if your opponent plays that card later during the game, kill that card and any other galaxied or handed copies your opponent has. Then you add your copy that's face down to your hand. So you kill a Pelfan from your galaxy but don't show your opponent. Your opponent then plays a Pelfan later in the game. You go, haha, you idiot, Pelfan was the card I killed with my Dark Space Eater, I get mine to my hand now, and your copy's killed, and any other copies you have in the game are killed, and I've just screwed you massively. So, Dark Space Eater, although obviously the ability of this card won't work every game, if you kind of draw it towards the end of the game, it might be a bit useless. But there's a lot of generic cards like Beast of the Black Hole, Galaxy Crash, some Pelfam's probably the best example I can think of because you're allowed 2 copies of Pelfam, whereas a lot of the other generic cards you're only allowed 1 copy of, so you're only going to be killing one of your opponents. But Pelfam and just generic cards that everyone uses are going to be really hurt by Dark Space Eater. So if there's creatures that you're using that are kind of off the wall, or you're thinking about using some quite quirky, weird creatures that no one else is using, Dark Space Eater will be a really good card for them. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what Dark Space Eater does in future. Also, I'm quite happy with the way the artwork came out. Next up, we have another card that stops generic cards. It's called Black Hole Blocker, and there's the team of Black Hole Blockers there. Their artwork also features on, where did I put it? Meteor Stop Off. So as you can see, their spaceships there are all taking a stop off on the Meteor. And this card is an activator, and its ability reads, when a card ability would kill 2 or more cards, none of your cards are killed by that ability. So this is going, the obvious cards that you can think of that work with this are Galaxy Crash, Beast of the Black Hole, and Meteoroid Storm. So if you're going in for like a big attack with 2 cards, your opponent thinks they've stopped you with a Beast of the Black Hole, you go ahead and activate your Black Hole blocker, and your cards are completely safe from that ability. I think this card, however, works best with Galaxy Crash and Meteoroid Storm because these 2 cards kill things on your opponent's planet as well, and Black Hole blocker only stops it killing your cards. So if you've got like 1 card each, your opponent plays a Galaxy Crash thinking they're killing your Infinite, you play your Black Hole blocker and only their Pelfam will be killed instead, and Infinite will be absolutely fine. So your opponent's just pretty much killed themselves there, and Black Hole blocker has come in very handy. So guys, let me know what you think of the support for the no planet cards in set 3. I know there weren't many creatures, but let me know if you think there'll be enough creatures for the no planet cards to be able to build a deck of their own in set 3. Quite excited to see if that plays out, looking forward to testing things with them. But yeah, a lot of really good generic cards in this video as well. Dark Space Eater and Black Hole Blocker, I'm particularly looking forward to see what they do in the meta. Also, Horde from Who Knows Where is good combiner support. So lots and lots of good stuff. Point Phantom as well. So that's pretty much everything I showed in this video. But yeah, let me know what your favourite card from this video was, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Set 3 is very almost here. So excited to bring that out. And yeah, let me know what you think. Follow me on Instagram at ChaosGalaxyTCG, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.